Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is fight night. And we got myself on the right hand side piloting Ophanimon Loop, and my opponent on the left piloting Magnamon / Armor Rush. Haven't featured this deck at all, I think, on my channel, so I figured why not. So I'm going to start the match here, go into the Gato, getting myself an Angelwomon and an Ophani. My opponent here is going to hatch an Ophanimon, go into the jamming veemon, and go into the Digimon. He is sitting at a lot of memory, so he's going to Mega Death me, send me back to 2. I definitely don't mind this. It's not a feel good, but I did get net 2 off of that 1 drop, so... play the Mako here. He's gonna go ahead and swing at security, hits into another Mako, revealing top 3 and getting the Black Gato. Kind of want to cry off of that 2 degrade and trash, but when you're running such a heavy count option deck, I definitely understand that it's very possible for that to happen, so it's all good. So currently my opponent here is sitting at 1 memory. And yeah, let's see if he's gonna go into a Hammer Spark here and then just drop a Flame Dramon. So clearly he does not have the rookie here, and I guess it's better than passing. Hammer Spark still sets me to 3, why not? I can see it. And so he's gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and play the cat here, tapping the 2 Makos to reduce the cost by 2. And then I'm gonna go ahead and Evo into the Angelwomon for 1. I definitely don't mind this play, setting him to 1 on top of the fact that now I have a level 5 on the field. I don't think there's much you can do here. So he's going to swing, hits into an Magnamon. It does Armor Purge here, setting him back to his jamming veemon. Still seeing no rookie. So he's going to evolve here into the Magnamon, setting me to 2, of course, restanding. I think he's at like 10k or 11k. So I'm going to evolve into the Angelwomon X here, giving -1 sec and recovering 1, since I was at 3 security at the time. So I'm going to go ahead and play the win rate here, going into the Ophani, popping the Magna, recovering another 1, setting myself to 0. I'm going to swing at security for 2 checks, now that he does not have a blocker, hitting to a Magnamon and a veemon. So yeah, it's looking pretty good for me now. I have a fully established Ophani out. I swing with the Gaze because I feel like, you know, why not get the chip damage? Plus, it's most likely going to die and get that draw 1, trash 1. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 1 and trash the Black Gato. It's always good to have one of those in trash. So I'm going to go into the calling here, tapping 2 Makos to gain 2 memory, setting myself to 1. I do get the Psychomon off of that. Go into the Angelmon for 1 here. And then go into the Angelwomon X. I do get to recover 1 because I am at 5 memory at the time of the evolution. Giving -1 to, I believe, the veemon, or the Flame Dramon, I believe. Going to the Ophani, setting him to 4, then popping the veemon. This is definitely my first time playing the deck, so probably not all the plays are probably the most optimal. And I am running a rather spicy Ophani loop deck. So, you know, we're just doing it for the giggles here. So yeah, sitting at 0 memory, my opponent here, and he's going to Ice Wall me, setting me to 1. I'm going to hatch here my Demi, go into that Psychomon, and now I'm thinking, why not just swing, get 2 checks, and then passing turn, you know, apply that early aggression. Hits into a Hammer Spark, gaining his 2 memory, which is a-okay. Was going to go to it anyways. And yeah, now my opponent here is sitting at 3 memory. I do have a ton of security left still. And he's going to go into the Digimon for 2, going to 1. And now he just really needs a lot. You know, I'm not really sure, honestly, if there's anything he can do. He's going to swing with the Flame Dramon, hits into the Gato. Does he have a Drogris play here? Is that what he's thinking about? Maybe thinking of Mega Deathing me, but even if he Mega Deaths me, it doesn't matter. Hits into a D grade, putting the Digimon back into the top of his security. Pretty rough. And then he's going to go into that yellow cost option that lets him Digivolve into a Magnamon. And he's going to go into the regular Magnamon here, setting up a blocker. And I think he's at 1 billion DP. Has a ton of armors and trash, so I'm gonna swing here, debating whether he wants to take it or not. If he does block it, I do die. I get again a whole bunch of memory, so he's gonna let it go through, which I totally understand. So I am sitting at 2 memory. I can't swing with my Psychmon because it'll just die. So I just say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give you 6 memory with this degrade. Let's see what you can do with it. So now he has a couple options. He can go kind of wide here, maybe set up another Magnamon. Goes into the veemon here for 3, getting a free type, which is that veemon. And then, does he have the Magnamon for the 3 cost? I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't. So he's just gonna go ahead and scoop it. We're gonna go to game 2 here. So game 2, he's actually gonna want to start us off here. Hatch the Upa, go into the veemon. And then he's gonna go into the Flamedramon, setting me to 2. Pretty good start, you know, applying that early pressure. I'm gonna put the Mako, get myself the Angelomon. He's gonna swing with AK, drawing a card off the V. Hits into another Mako, getting myself another Angelomon X here. Then he's gonna play the Veemon, setting me to 2. And as you can tell, we're going pretty fast here. Pretty straightforward in our plays. So I'm currently sitting at 2 memory now. And now I have a couple of things that I can do, right? I can definitely drop the Gatomon here for a 3 cost. But I'm going to actually play it safe and go into the Gato and raising. Just in case, I don't want him to kill it. I don't want any funny business happening here. I'm guaranteed I have the Angelomon and the X Angelomon in hand. So that's a guaranteed memory plus a level 6. He's going to swing, hits into the Masty here. It does him dying. And I'm going to actually degrade the Veemon with an egg here. The Upa. You know, why wouldn't I? So he's going to go into the Magnamon for 3 costs, going to 2. I'm going to raise my Gata, go into my Angelomon for 1, and go into my Angelomon X, giving his Digimon -1, recovering 1. And do I have an Ophani here? And I do have a Ophani in my hand. So I am going to go to the Ophani, popping the Magnamon, recovering another one. And now, I think worst case scenario for me here, he goes into, I want to say Magnamon X or Megadeth. He goes into the Lydramon. Now he does have the green source. Does he want to commit that much memory now? I don't think so. I think 4 memory is kind of a lot. I could hard play the Gato with that amount of money, with that amount of memory. So he's gonna go into the Flamedramon and choke me instead. Definitely don't mind that play from him. He knows I'm gonna swing 2 checks here. So, and swinging. Speaking of 2 checks here, I'm gonna swing hit into 2 Veemons. It is a rookie filled deck, so that's no surprise there. And I'm gonna calling here. I'm gonna get back the Gato, effective calling. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Gazi back to my hand. And I actually asked my opponent here because I don't really know the order of operations here. Does it go calling and then Demimera and then Gato? Or can it be calling Gato then Demimera? But instead we just go Demimera because I think that's the correct play. That's actually how it's supposed to be, I think. Let me know in the comment section below if I am incorrect on that. I definitely would not have changed my play on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the analog here for 2, getting the Gato. I just realized I don't even have an Angelomon in hand. Probably should not have done that play. But like I said, it's not too optimal right now because I don't have. It is my first time playing with the deck, so. Play the Mako, get the Angelomon X. He's gonna go ahead and raise his Lydramon, swinging at security, and then hits into a Akari. This is really bad for him. I know I'm at 3 security left, but I have a ton of tamers out. I can do a lot of things. I think this deck is really, really good, mainly too because of the he's gonna swing his switch into plays the fire rocket. Goes into the Chimera, destroying my Gato, adding a Magnamon underneath it, now sitting at 12k. And he definitely can still swing here. But what I was saying was that I think the Ophani loop deck is so good mainly because of the tamers. The Makos are able to let the deck technically loop. So hits into a Hell Scythe in security, giving him minus 6k, tapping the Mako to gain a memory, adding the Andromon and the Gato in my hand. So finally got that going. And he can Mega Death me here, set me to 5. Does he really want to do that? Or 4? I don't think so. Does he have another way to get rid of it? Maybe to kill it? I mean, I didn't see the Chimera coming, but I guess it does make sense. So, yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what he's gonna end up wanting to do here. I'd imagine go into the level 6 or bounce it. I don't think you have many other options. That or just set up a tamer. He's gonna Hammer Spark here, go to 2, and he's gonna go into the Imperial Fighter mode to bounce my Gato and unsuspend. I didn't see that coming. So I am, like I said earlier, with the amount of tamers this deck runs and all the amount that they can do, I'm going to go ahead and erase, tap the 3 Makos to reduce the cost by 3, setting myself to 1, go into the Andromon for 1, going to 0, go into the Andromon X to recover 1, giving -1 to the Digimon here, and tapping Kari to gain 1 memory. And what do I want to do here? I can't play win rate because I'm only at 1 memory. The deck obviously does not run Jack Rate. I guess that's not obvious. You could run Jack Rate in this deck if you really wanted to. Probably would not advise it, but it's a possibility. I'm going to swing here with the Gazi, get that chip damage, drawing 1, trashing 1, which is going to be that Psychmon. Still sitting at 1 memory. He does have nothing in raising. He doesn't have any tamers, and I just degrade him. I say, look man, you're going to have to start from ground 0 here. Let's see what you can do with 7 memory. So he's going to hatch his Ophanimon, go into the veemon. I guess worst case scenario here, he sets up a Magnamon X. So let's see if he can do that. So he's going to go ahead and hard play the veemon, going to 4, plays another jamming veemon, and then goes into the Magnamon. Now it's not a Magnamon X, but it is a Magnamon, so it is a blocker. So I'm going to go ahead and start at 3, go into the Gazi. And I think now I only have 2 or 3 cards in my deck right now. Looking pretty thin over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play the win rate, trashing the Gato, go into the Ophanimon for free, popping the blocker, tapping card to gain 1 memory. I'm gonna swing at security for 2 checks. I do hit into the Mega Death, unfortunately, on that 2nd check, but it does happen. So we live and we learn. So I am currently sitting at 2 cards in deck. Can I pull this out of the hat right now? Can I survive another turn? Can I do any plays that lets me draw cards? If I play Gato right now, I possibly can get the last 2 cards in my deck. So I'm gonna play Hell Scythe here, killing the jamming veemon. I don't want him to get that free check in security if it's not an option. I'm gonna get the Black Gato and tap all 3 Makos to choke him at 1. Now, he does have that jamming veemon in raising, so he's gonna swing, hits into the calling. He has 1 more Digimon that he can swing with, but he is sitting at 1. So he would need a Hammer Spark if he wants to do something kind of fancy. But it looks like he's eyeing the Lydramon in hand. And he does have a Hammer Spark, I do believe. So let's see what he wants to go here. Does he have another Magnamon? I think that's what you really need here, is another Magnamon to go. Into it. So he's going to go into the Hammer Spark, go into 2. Playing that Lydramon like I was saying, suspending my Gato. Currently sitting at 0. And he's going to go into the Magnamon X, setting me to 3. And at first, I'm thinking to myself, I got this, no problem. But then I realized I can't get over this guy. I definitely need a lot here to do it. And I'm only at 2 security, so I either start recovering or start figuring out a plan to remove this Magnamon X. So after thinking about it, I go into the hard play, the Big Cat, and tapping 2 Mako to set him to 1, trashing a Gato here to pop the veemon. And now it's looking really good. He's at 1, I have a Gazi out, and I have 3 bodies on board. And the difference between this turn and last turn is the fact that I have a level 5. Because now I can make plays with either a win rate, I can get into a level 6, like I definitely have a lot of plays here. And my opponent can only play 1 card this turn. other than the Evo in the back, right? So either you can go into a level 4 and in the back, he can't even Mega Death me because he doesn't have a green sword. So he's gonna go ahead and play the veemon, setting me to 3, and I have to win this turn. I have no more cards in deck. I don't have an option. So yeah, currently sitting at 3 memory here. And I think the play is win rate. I go win rate, trash a card, go into a level 6. But let's see here. Yeah, so I go into the win rate, go to 1, trashing the Gato, go into the Masty, and this is where I just have game here because I trashed this card, his security. Go into the Gato, swing, he has to block this. Now I have 3 more checks and I just swing for game. So there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. And if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new BT9 and BT10 content coming out soon. See ya!